Hello good people of YouTube. Today we add slightly more lead to a Stanley Cup and find out if they are in fact bulletproof using a Mini-14. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my latest purchase. This is the Ruger Mini-14. Now, the Mini-14 should look familiar to you if you're in one of two categories. Either one, you live in a communist state like California or New York, where this is the only real semi-automatic 223 5.56 rifle you can own, or two, you're born around the 80s or 90s and enjoyed television at that time, particularly NBC, in particular the A-Team. So what the Mini-14 essentially is the M14 shrunk down by Ruger to the 5.56 cartridge. And it was intended to compete with the M16 AR-15 design, but didn't really do that well in terms of military trials. The older guns weren't very accurate, weren't terribly reliable, and the M1 Garand action system, as neat as it is, it's a design from the 40s and 30s when we're in the 60s, 70s, and 80s at this point, and well, as neat of an action as it is, it does have its limitations. So it didn't do too well in the military and police world, but it found a pretty good following in the civilian market, thanks again to a lot of those banned states where you can't own an AR-15, but you can own this despite it literally doing the same thing the AR-15 does, but slightly different. And if you like the A-Team like I do, you're a big fan of the Mini-14. This was a big part of your childhood, and I'm very glad to have finally picked one up. So what this particular model is, this is the Mini-14 Tactical. You get the cool folding stock here that can fold in like so, and then you fold in the stock like that, and now you got a nice portable little package there. Unfold it, push that down, take that out, and there you go. You also get the bayonet lug for all the bayonet charges you're going to be going on in 2024 with your Mini-14. And yeah, it just looks cool, and that's why I decided to pick it on up. And Ruger did make them themselves for, I think, their 75th anniversary. You can generally find these for $1,800, which is pretty expensive. And thankfully I got this for a few hundred less than that. And that's also one reason why I didn't really do that well. Expensive rifle that, you can pick up an AR for like $500 today and have essentially the same power and a lighter and more reliable package. So, Stanley Cups. Behold, the Stanley Cup. The #1 must-have item according to white women around the world. Why? I don't know. White women, explain. Why is this popular? Why is it so popular with white women? White women?
Capitalism. I don't know.
Capitalism. Good answer. Good. But these are incredibly popular at the moment. They're so popular, even the kids at the school that I work at, they're showing up like every kid has these. So what happened was a few weeks ago in between classes, between two of my periods, I'm in the hallways chatting with my neighbor teacher, and suddenly I start to hear, just from down the hallway. I run down the hallway, and the coach down the hall, he's got two kids that are separated, and the chick has her Stanley Cup, and she's beating this other kid in the head with it. So naturally, I go down there and try to peel them off of one each other, and I catch a couple of licks of her Stanley Cup to my neck and to my head, and I thought, dang, that hurt. And then I'm like, what exactly are these things made out of? So in my off period, I start Googling about Stanley Cups, and I look to see what they're made out of, and it's pretty interesting. So each wall is 3 millimeters thick of stainless steel, and there's 2 walls, essentially per side, if a sphere, or not a sphere, a circle can have a side. But the 2 walls are 3 millimeters thick of stainless steel with a vacuum in the middle, and that's what keeps the contents cool or hot. So 3 millimeters thick per side. That's what's 3 times 4, 12 millimeters of steel per Stanley Cup. And then you put the liquid in it. That's pretty stout. Now, I don't think one Stanley Cup would stop a bullet, but I didn't buy just one. I bought 3 of them. And what we're gonna do today is fill them up with water, line them up, and see if 3 Stanley Cups can stop a bullet. So one of the things that I can definitely see why this rifle didn't do so well, particularly with the militaries that tried it out, is the way that you load it is weird. It's like an AK where you have to rock it in, but you have to get this notch right here on a little lip in the mag well, and that can lead to some very odd moments if you're in a, in the middle of a firefight or anything. So let me see if I can get in the first straw here. So you got to kind of, yeah, see that can happen. That's not in all the way. So you got to kind of like jam it all the way up in there. Oh, there we go. I got it. There's a little notch right there. You see that right below the chamber? So what you have to do is shove the magazine in there high enough till it locks in, and then there, you're in. If you're not in there exactly right, it ain't gonna work, Chief. Okay, cool. So now, first shots with this thing. This is brand new. I did oil up the action a bit, but we shall see how well it does. So one of the other things about the Mini-14 is that it still has that Garand style safety. So just right in the trigger guard. Nice little latch right there. I like that. I actually really like that. You don't have to worry about flipping your thumb on the safety lever, but right there, oh yeah, I do enjoy that. All right, let's see how she does. Oh, that is cool. They threw the heat shield there. I love it when a plan comes together. I had to say that somewhere in this video. All right, let's shoot some stuff now. All right, so we have 6 sodas down there for a baseline penetration test. With the AR, it usually goes through 4 of them, depending upon what the bullet does after it impacts the first 2 liter. So since this is literally the same ammo I use with my AR, same barrel length, should be pretty much similar, but let us find out. That's in. Ooh. Well, see, I bought the table. I forgot I have to deal with the splashage from the sodas now, so that's fun. All right, let's go investigate. Twist Up, who was first in line, I was aiming right for this midsection. Oh, right in the, oh, that is beautiful. Right in the W in Twist Up. Look at that. That is, wow, I don't think we've ever seen that before. Okay, and then came up, oh, look at that from the inside. You see that? That's cool. So blew out his back. Beer of the Root was next, and he had a very bad day. Hit him right in the second O of root beer. And that is what happens when a bullet dumps all of its energy, or most of its energy. Yeah, it's fallen down now a little bit more, but removed his bottom quarter. Sam's Cola Zero Sugar, oh look, there it came in right there. So I think he was in front of the root beer, maybe, but yeah, still carrying a lot of energy going through that. And then the last 2 lived. Sam's Cola and Dr. Thunder Diet. I don't feel like taking them home though, so they're not going to survive the day, but they think they will for now. Let's shoot some Stanley Cups now. I bless ye table. In the name of Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Remington, and John Moses Browning. All right, so we're going to fill these guys up all the way. So I think, I don't know, the water plus the metal, it's going to give them a pretty good chance of stopping the bullet. These hold a lot of water. I did not know that.
I think they're like 30 ounces.
40, I think.
Oh.
I need another gallon. All right, so some quick maths. There is, what did I say, 12 millimeters of metal in each cup. There's 3 cups, so 3 times 12 is 36 millimeters. And how many millimeters are in a centimeter? It's 10 millimeters, so that's, I think, yeah. 3 centimeters. That's an inch, yeah. That's a little over an inch and change of metal it's got to get through. And then you have to factor in the water there too. Now, I might be wrong in the millimeters to inch conversion, because I don't know why the rest of the world likes to use these communist measurement units and not freedom units, but that's what we're working with here. So it's got to get through an inch and change of metal and the water. I think it's going through the first 2. I don't think it's getting through the 3rd one. What do y'all think?
Same, I don't think it's going to hit the last one.
You don't think it's going to get to the last one? Terry? No guess? All right, well, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Adding slightly more lead to a Stanley Cup.
Oh.
Oh!
To a Stanley Cup.
I think it would. No, I think the last one's.
I think it did survive. Let's investigate, children. Did it? Yo! It stopped it! Nothing! He survived! Oh, look at that!
Is a bullet in there?
It had to come out with the water. Wait.
Is it in the lead?
There's something in there. Okay, I think that's just the water.
Okay.
Let's see. The first one. Whoa! Look at that. That's cool. So, it went through the outer, fix my mic. So it went right in. That's exactly where I was aiming, so those sights are on. And look, it split the inner lining, and then it just blew out the rear of the cup. Dang. Alright. So then it, along with the shrapnel from the first cup, hit the second cup. And yeah, no, that... Oh, look, it bounced off the interior. Can you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
It impacted the interior, and there's a very slight bump on the exterior right here. I don't know if that's going to come up on the camera. Right here. It's very slight.
Yeah, barely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the bullet was still like going, but it impacted that end. Well, stopped. You found it? Look at that! That's what's left of the bottom half of the round. Dang.
That's cool.
That is hot. Not too hot. I guess because it went through the water. That's cool. So we caught the bullet. And then this guy, nothing. He just fell off the table. No, he didn't even fall off the table. He just leaned back.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's cool. So, do we let him live?
Yes.
We'll think about that. That's cool though. So yeah, I guess, you know, if you put two of them in front of you and you fill them with water, you are in fact, I mean, it'll stop 5.56. It'll stop 55 grain 5.56. That that's cool. All right. I really thought it was gonna go. Like, I thought it was gonna stop, but I also was like, nah, it's just gonna zip right on through all three of them. But yeah, that's cool. That's art right there, ladies and gents. Actually. All right. Neat. All right, so we have the survivors. We've decided we're going to let the green Stanley Cup survive. As you can see him chilling out in the distance over there. He's won his freedom for the time being. But I don't feel like taking all that back to the boat dock, so we're going to see how many 2 liters and gallons of water will stop a 5.56, or how many it'll take to stop a 5.56 round. Let us find out now. Ready?
Wipe out.
The cap. All right, no survivors, part 3. There we go. That's more like it. All right. Well, fellas, that concludes our test of whether or not the Stanley Cup is bulletproof and a little show of the Mini-14. If you liked what you see here, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Helps out, especially on these types of videos, and share with your friends as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful Sunday. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Okay, mic check.
The FitnessGram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic fitness
Caterpillar. Where'd he go? Caterpillar. And here we see the American poisonous caterpillar. Its natural habitat right on the...
I thought you were going to start playing like metal music because he kept going up and down.
When metal music's... They are these Stanley Cups. There's a...
Oh, no, get it!
Ooh, that was close.
I know, I keep doing this over here. Boy, bro just started tap dancing over there.
I felt the fuzzy on my.
It's going down your cleavage, bro.
I felt the fuzzy on my leg and I thought, that's not right. Have you forgot it out here?
Yeah, my Amber started that.
Ready? Oh! Okay.